You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, guys, the NBA has seen better days. When I was a kid, guys, the NBA was great. The first superstar in the NBA that I really enjoyed watching was Julius the Dr. Irving, Dr. J. I remember actually having a Jordan Jammer, but before the Jordan Jammer, I had the Dr. J Jammer. I remember that as a kid, guys. I'm a huge fan of Dr. J. And of course, in the 80s, the NBA really did take off under Larry Bird with the Celtics, won 3 titles. And of course, Magic Johnson and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar winning titles with the Lakers. Lakers, Celtics, no doubt about it, guys. That is going to be the biggest draw in the NBA. That's just the way it is. Each franchise has a storied history and great players. Larry Bird, no doubt about it, guys, one of the greatest players of all time. Also, Dr. J. And when these guys actually played in the All-Star game, they went out there and gave effort. It's an All-Star game. Back then, guys, everyone loved the All-Star game. Dunk contest, three-point shootout. Larry Bird did the three-point shootout. It was great. But now All-Star Weekend is a joke in the NBA. Why? Well, the players, they just don't care, man. They do not care. And we talked a little bit about this on our member stream. And we have that member stream every Friday, 10 a.m. Make sure you guys become channel members on YouTube here, and you can get access to that. But we were saying that I had an idea. The only way you're going to get players to actually play hard in the All-Star game, you got to pay them. It's about the money. I suggested that the winning team, go back to East versus West, the winning team, each player gets $1 million. $1 million. And if you're on a losing team, you get nothing. So there will be a financial incentive to actually play. I mean, it's sad that it actually takes money to get players to play hard, but just being real. Just being real, guys. Well, Stephen A. Smith, man, on First Take, everybody knows that the Four Nations Face-Off was a massive success. It absolutely demolished the NBA All-Star Game. It did. Maybe this will actually lead to a rise in viewership for the NHL. I'm pretty sure it will. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to necessarily take over the NBA just yet. It's going to take more than this. But anyway, back to Stephen A. He exposed LeBron James big time for being super disrespectful to Larry Bird and Dr. J. Because the NBA knew they have a massive problem with the All-Star game. These guys don't try. Nobody's watching. They had Larry Bird and Dr. J go in and speak to the players. You guys are going to be astonished when Stephen A. said that LeBron did. He's not named LeBron by name. He didn't want to, but everybody knows this was LeBron James's doing, man. So right over here, man, check this out. LeBron giving Larry Bird and Julius Irving the side eye when they tried to talk to players about the importance of the All-Star game. Isn't surprising. Look at what he pulled this year. No respect. Let's listen in to Stephen A. right here, guys.
1 or 2 guys that have the right attitude about this, that is a superstar, changes everything. Remember what happened last year. In last year's All-Star game, Dr. J and Larry Bird, you heard the story just like I did, Wilbon. They made sure we know. Dr. J and Larry Bird walked into the locker room and talked to the players. And they talked to the players, and the NBA thought, yes, the players are really, really listening. They're really, really getting it. And then one of the superstars, who will remain nameless, but everybody can surmise who that was, gave a side eye to those guys while they were talking. And then the players went out there and let 400 points be scored. And the league ain't letting that go. And so what happens is it just shows you if one player can have that kind of an impact negatively, they can also have that kind of impact positively.
Of course.
It only takes a couple of dudes that are elite that says, yo, we not doing that. They there, they ready to go, we ready to go.
Yeah.
This is what it's going to be. It ain't hard. But if you're not willing to do that, cancel the damn All-Star Weekend. Because I got news for you. The only thing really worth watching is the three-point shooting contest.
Yeah.
That's the only thing worth
that's
watching.
the best
Slam dunk
part of-
contest ain't worth watching.
Reduced.
It's reduced.
Real quick, I know we got to.
Wow. And I just pulled up on my phone to actually see the score of last year's All-Star game, guys. The East won 211 to 186. 211 to 186, guys. And this is after Larry Bird and Dr. J talked to the NBA All-Stars. Folks, this still tells you, man, that LeBron James is still the most powerful personality in the NBA. When you have legends telling them, guys, you guys need to go out there and give an effort. LeBron James says, nah, we don't need to listen to you. We don't need to listen to guys that made the NBA great. And even last year, guys, the NBA and the players knew that nobody was watching the games. The 2023 NBA All-Star Game was the lowest on record, if I'm not mistaken. This year's, pickup basketball tournament was the second worst. And then LeBron said, nah, I don't even want to play. I don't even want to play. That's what he did, man. LeBron James is ruining the NBA. Wilbon and Stephen A., they both know it. They heard this story. We're just finding out about this. This happened a year ago at the All-Star game. We didn't even know about it. That's pretty sad, man, when you got to go and get former NBA greats that have been retired for, when did Larry Bird retire? 1992? Dr. J was like, what, 93? These guys have been out of the game, playing-wise, for over 30 years. And they needed to come in and lecture the NBA players to actually give a damn. And what happened? They still didn't give a damn. They went out there and laid an egg at the orders of LeBron James. Yeah, LeBron James. The face of the league, man. When he's giving a side eye to all-time great players, what do you expect to happen during that game? What do you expect? At this rate, guys, man, the NBA is probably going to end up dumping the All-Star game. All-Star weekend may end up becoming a joke. Well, actually, it's already a joke. That probably won't even be a game at all. That probably won't be a game at all, man. I'm telling you, man, it's going to take a financial incentive, man. And then at that, I said $1 million to the winning team, but also if you become the All-Star Game MVP, how about throwing another $1 million on top of that? Players will play for the money. They'll play for the money in an All-Star Game. Unfortunately, I believe that's what it's going to take. Either that or, hey, no All-Star Game. No All-Star Game. Gonna leave it right there, guys. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we will catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.